So what we have here is we have two views of two right regular squares that with one prism penetrates. They ask for us to draw the top view using point A as a reference point, the complete front view, and then you have to construct both surface developments, the main pipe and the branch pipe, and you have to label them both, and then you have to show all necessary construction. So firstly we have to find the penetration on the front view. So we have the penetration on the top view because we see it parallel to an XY axis. Okay, so firstly I constructed my points wherever my branch pipe touches my main pipe. I constructed it to the top. Now this view is not on an angle, so it's just going straight across when I do my projections for my branch pipe across. Okay, so now we have to see, you can number, but you makes it easier for some people, but it also makes it more difficult for people. Now this line here, if I had to turn my view facing up straight, I'd see that this line here is the middle line now here on this side. So wherever that point then meets, I know that is where my penetration is going to be. But now it curves around here, it curves around there, and we do not know exactly where that is. So we first have to find that point, and this we do by taking that point across so that it touches the flat face of our. Okay, and then this distance we use our compass, take that distance, and now remember that this line is the middle line. So if we work from that line to that point, we have to work from the middle line to the top, because this line is now. Okay, so I'm going to do it from there to this side, and those 2 points are going to give me my bend around this point that you guys see there. Okay, so that we first need to do that. So you first have to take where the offset goes around the main pipe and then project it across. Okay. Is now aligned and aligned there. So see that point? Yeah, there and there. So now you have basically where this line is going to go. So if I had to draw it in construction, that line going that way. Okay, do you guys see that? Then it goes up there. So we're going to have this line going straight, solid there. Am I correct? Straight, solid, and then this is a solid line and a solid line there. But now we see on the back of the penetration, which is here. So firstly this point here, which is in line with the top there, or the bottom, sorry, because it is most 2 faces. So let's say, for example, if we numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the bottom, this one would be 2, and that one would be 4. No? So 2 and 4 are aligned with one another, here, somewhere there. So that will be number 4, that will be number 2, but they will be hidden detail. But remember now, because it curves around the edge here, this point here, hidden detail, the main pipe. Okay, so that disappears behind the main pipe, and then from those 2 points it's going to go to this back point that that way. That way, this will be hidden detail there, and then this is my penetration. So imagine for yourself, we have 4 corners. We have one corner here, there, and there. that is my, sorry, not there, there, and there. Those are my 4 corners. These hidden detail points here, no, I was right, sorry. There, there. These points here are just the bend where between this point and this point, and this point bends around the main pipe here. Okay, so this shape that you see that makes a peak, basically the peak here around the main pipe. Okay, so just recapping, take the point where it's off center of your main pipe projected to the flat surface of your branch pipe. Take the distance to the front view on each side, because remember this is now a 2-dimensional view and we have a top and a bottom of the branch pipe, so we have to project it to the top and the bottom of the branch pipe. Project it across where it then touches, and then obviously solid upwards, because we see that line in the front here. It's the offset is in the front and not at the back. If it was at the back, it would have been hidden in detail, like with you guys had with the classroom at the back. Okay, so yeah, from around and it becomes hidden detail. Okay, so that is the penetration. You guys can ask me questions now. We're done with this. Okay, so now we're going to do the development. When we do the development, we always use the axis for the specific part. Now, firstly, there's enough space here at the top to develop the branch pipe. If you don't have enough space for that, you can do it anywhere else on your page. In your course drawing, they indicated where you have to start with that. So I'm going to develop first. I'm going to develop it in line with the branch pipe. So what I'm going to do is all my corners I'm going to project to the top. So this one here to the top, that one, and lastly this one to the top. Now, parallel to the XY axis is not this view or this view, but my auxiliary, the size of the sides. So if you are uncertain, always use your questions size that they give you for the auxiliary view. If you don't know how to work with an auxiliary view, which you should know how to work with. So I'm going to take that size. I'm going to start working just a little bit away from my main pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Okay, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, no, because it's 1, 1. Okay, so then I'm going to do my projections across all the way to there. Now this one here, I want to project my auxiliary view because I need the fold line for this one. And then I'm going to take that. This one will be on, if I did my numbering here as 2 and 4, it will be on 2 and 4. So if I do my numbering here, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, back at 1. This one will be from 2 to 1. To 1. From 4 to 1. And these ones will be fold lines. And they are up to this point where I have that one there. So it's going to go up to this line, my fold line. And a fold line is a center line, like that. And the same goes for this one. That one there. Okay, then I one here. So there's number 1 and there's number 1. Then I go to number 2, which is this one here. Number 2 is there. And number 4 is also in line with that one there. And then I have number 3, which is my longest one, there. So now I basically have my penetration here, or my development of my penetration pipe. So, line going there, 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 straight line going down here, and then I'm just penetration. So, between block 1 and 4 and 1 and 2, these corners indicate where it bends around there. Do you guys see that? Okay, so that's the branch pipe development. Now, it makes it easier, especially if you have enough space. And we work with a view that's parallel to an XY axis, which is the top view here. I'm going to take the size of the top view there for one of the sides. Start a little bit away from my front view. 1, 2, 3, 4, number it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, back at 1. Then I'm going to do my construction. Now the outside I know is solid, okay, because it is folded and that's line. My seam, like your pants seam. Then the rest of the lines I'm going to project up in construction. And it's easier to start straight in the middle when you do your penetration hole. But now again, as I did these lines, projecting all corners to the top, I'm going to project them out to the main pipe's development. There we go. There. And there. Okay, so that's all the lines that I need there. But now I find the distances that they are on my main pipe away from the line that I'm starting on. So I'm going to start on it as number 3. So I'm going to start then from this corner, that's my number 3. And I'm going to first take it to number 1, and then it's on the middle, and I'm going to take it to that side there. Okay? Then I'm going to take this distance here. No? So don't take straight like this, because this is the mistake you guys made in the course drawing. You took it straight like this. Always parallel with the axis of the top view. Then you go this way now. There. And there you can just take that one there, or you can use from the midpoint to there, it doesn't matter. Okay, then you must just remember which one you used. There I go. Okay, I'm going to recap now. Okay, so like I said, these dimensions we take from this point to that point. Yeah. Why? Oh, I can't see it like that. Okay, sorry. So you take it like this, from there to there. Okay, so we first did this one here. We first did this one there. Then we're working to one side. There's my one there. Okay. Then I'm doing this side there. Scribing it from 3 to there. And then from there to there. From 3 to that one there. Okay, so those are my dimension lines. Now, I'm going to start at the bend, which is on number 3. So that I know the bend is where? Here, no? And there. So, there, follow your construction line, and there. That's where I'm starting. Then I'm going to go down here because it's supposed to make a form like this to that side, and you see it's going that way. Okay? Then we're going up to this one. So from there it's going to go there. From there it's going to go there. And then it's going to go down to this one there. Okay, so you always just follow the penetration on your front view to get the penetration on the development. Okay, and then you just connect your dots. So don't go and draw a straight line through here because it's not a straight line. Do you guys see my dot disappears behind my set square? So you go dot by dot. There. 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 And see, it still looks like a diamond shape, but it's a little bit with a bend in there, which is the bend that goes around this point here. Okay, so then you mustn't forget, please, to draw this sides as solid lines, because they are solid lines. They are fold lines. They're not fold lines, they're corner lines, so they are solid lines. If it was a circle, it would have been all fold lines, your 12 segments. So here I have my 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back at 1 because it forms a seam. And then we do not draw a solid line going through the center here. Okay, so I'm just going to recap overall. We have our top view here. We did all where the penetration of the branch pipe touches our main pipe, projected it to the top. Okay? Then I took where the offset is to the flat face of my branch pipe. I took the distance from the center to that flat face and transferred it to my top view, of my front view. Then I took that across as well so that I know where they are. Okay? So then from the flat face we're going up straight. Then we're going inwards. Yeah, because that's that part that goes inwards there. Then we go back that way, up straight. Then it curves around. Curves around, yeah, to that side, there. So that's that hidden detail line, as well as this hidden detail line going upwards there.
So, ma'am, the projections that are going out there